Third party.
And you just hit okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's Saturday night shenanigans with the two one-of-a-kind bitches. We have super bitch Donna, and thanks to Brianna, who gave me this wonderful hat for Christmas, we have HBIC, head bitch in charge, Mary here. Thank you so much, Donna, for joining me.
Absolutely.
We're going to get into it, okay? Because I want to hear your thoughts on a lot of things.
Okay.
On a lot of things, even though my shirt says, don't get your tinsel in a tangle. Okay, I don't know if
Gotcha.
you guys could see this, but we're gonna get our tinsel in the tangle because there's a lot of shit going on this season so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I, we're gonna get into Louie and Melissa and you in a little bit, but
Oh
like
yeah.
I think it's been pretty beefy so far this season. And I want to start off with Key Rock and Brittany because I feel like you could relate to the storyline the way it's
Hmm.
going right now with the brother and the mom and the worries. So we have Key Rock's brother basically relapsed and he's using drugs again. And his
Yeah, I
mom
kind
is so worried. Like listening to her, and you can see the pain on her face.
oh yeah. And I understand it completely.
I mean, it's like, oh,
That poor woman, she's been through a lot.
yeah, she has.
She
Cancer
really has.
survivor, Key Rock serving that time in jail. You know, she
Right.
had a son that was incarcerated. She had two sons that were incarcerated at one point.
Oh, I didn't
And
know that.
yeah, yeah, Key Rock and his brother were both in jail at one point.
Uh-huh.
And and now, you know, her son, she's afraid that she's going to lose him to the streets.
Right.
And I give it to Key Rock. He's stepping up. Okay. He's trying to step up for his mom. And he's trying to go about it because, like, his mom has been trying to confront his brother, like, head on. Like, I know you're using, you have to stop. And Desmond doesn't want to hear it.
Well, you know, I understand what she's trying to do, but when it comes down to reality, if it's not in his heart, it'll never happen. It's got to be him that wants to change.
And that's what Brittany said, basically. Brittany said that she feels like he wants to get better, but it's like on a day-to-day basis. Like it could be today that he
Hmm.
wants to be clean, and then for the next 3 days, he wants to go on a binge.
Well, yeah, because the control of that drug is
Exactly.
is higher than what he wants in his heart.
Right.
That's the difference. So until the day comes where he is done, he's had enough, he doesn't want to play that game anymore, and he truly believes himself, it ain't gonna happen.
So
Never.
he walks in, and there's this delicious catfish dinner on the table.
And he wouldn't
Oh,
eat.
and he wouldn't eat because he
Yeah,
was high as a kite. Let's call
that's
a
correct.
spade a spade. He was high as a kite. So
Yep.
he wouldn't eat. And he got hell of disrespectful with
Oh
his
my God, he
mom.
was actually getting very rude.
Yes. Oh my God. You're
Yeah.
not my wife. It's none of your business. Excuse
Right.
me.
Mm,
And she came right back out at him. She's like, I may not be your wife, but you're in my house.
right.
And I bet
Exactly.
you had a lot of those arguments with
Oh,
Louie.
no, not really. Louis was a little bit Louis was Louis's worst enemy.
Okay.
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 If he wanted to do something, he did it by himself. He didn't need nobody. See, there's the difference. Key Rock's brother is going by his buddies, his friends, whatever,
Right.
without realizing that the drug that they're doing is really controlling him.
Right.
But with Louis, he didn't need his friends to do what he wanted to do. He said, screw it, and did it by himself. He would take my car without me even knowing. Okay.
Right.
And, you know, call me the next morning and say, Ma, I kind of like took your car. Well,
And you're
you
like, what
know,
the fuck? Excuse me? You kind of
yeah.
like
Well, I
took my
also had,
car?
in that same token, I had a couple flat tires that went with it. So,
Right.
and my husband, God bless his soul, he had to change the tires because, of course, I didn't know how to do it.
Of course. Of course.
And Louis was just too high to do anything. So, but thank God, 6 years ago, Louis realized this is not the life he wants. He
Right.
wants reality.
And
And thank
Desmond has to realize that for himself. He has to
God,
have that
exactly.
moment.
You,
Right.
you you have to. If you don't have it here and here, it ain't gonna happen. If it's just here and not here too, forget it. You're not gonna do it.
No. No.
Because it's very difficult. And this is what a lot of people just don't understand. It's very difficult to turn around and say, oh no, I don't want that. It's easier to say yes than
Yeah.
it is to say no.
Yeah. Very true. No, you're right.
I
You are
mean,
absolutely right. I
it's
mean,
just,
and removing
it's
yourself
sad.
from familiar situations, environments,
Right.
etc. It's very hard also when you
Right.
have an addictive personality.
Oh, yeah.
It's very hard. You just want to go back to familiar places, people, things that are not you,
Yes, absolutely. It's
you
it
know?
could because it's more of a comfort.
Exactly.
You can't fight your own battle because you don't know
Right.
how.
No.
Until you have it all together, you're never going to know how.
So
But
Kira, tries to tell Desmond, why don't we do healthy things together? Why don't we go to the gym, take walks down to the beach, whatever you want to do, I'll be there for you. Like he's trying to encourage him to do,
yeah,
healthy things, but
yeah, but he's just not ready for it.
no, he's not. He's
Just
not.
because mom and brother say, "Oh yeah, it's time for you to do this,"
And according to mom,
not
it's been
work.
5 years. He's been abusing drugs for 5 years.
Wow.
So, I mean, yeah,
Hey, look at me. I mean, I went through a long time.
yeah,
Now I'm like 6 years clean with him. So, you know, it's going to take time.
it is. It's
And
gonna
of course,
take
he's
time.
getting older. This guy, Desmond.
Right.
Does he have kids?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. But
No.
I mean, it's something that he's gonna have to want.
Right. Oh yeah. No, it's more of a want than it is a need.
Yes,
He's
it
looking
is.
at the need issue, not the want issue.
Yeah.
That one's sad.
It is sad. It
I
is
do
sad.
pray for him though.
Yes. Yes, we do pray for him.
Mm-hmm.
And our thoughts are with Mama Tammy because she's suffering so much, worrying, and she should be able to, after overcoming cancer and
Yeah.
everything that she's overcome, be able to just chill out and live her life. You know what I mean?
The kids aren't looking at it that way.
Right.
That's the
I know.
sad part. Like mom, you take mom for granted. Everybody takes mom for granted. Mom's
Yes,
always there.
I know. Mom's
Mom's
always be
always
there.
going to
Mom's
be
always
there.
going to be there. Mom is always
Until
going to,
not for nothing until Tammy turns around and tells Desmond no.
right?
He's never going to realize my mom's is not going to be there.
Yeah,
If she tells him no, you're not getting it, and she walks away, then he might think about it.
right.
But as long as, oh, what did Louis call me? The enabler.
Yes,
As
yes.
long as she enables him, he's going to continue to do what he does.
Very true. Very true. And her making a big catfish dinner for him to eat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And there was a waste.
Yes, it was a waste.
There was a waste. That's the sad part.
Yes, that is the sad part. So I want to move on to Mike and Justine.
Oy.
And I just
Exactly.
Like, I just want to reach to the TV and shake Mike. I really do.
That too. But all right, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Who who was this uh party for? This, to the gender reveal. Who was it for? Her or the other girl? The one with the guy with the trailer that wants to move into a motorhome and go from state to state. The rapper guy, the
Oh,
other
okay.
rapper guy.
Yes, okay. The party was for her.
It was for
It
her.
was for her,
So
yes.
where did Justine and Michael come in? I got
No,
confused.
no, the party was for Justine and Michael. That whole gender reveal thing where
Yeah,
the two people were wrestling, that was a gender reveal for Justine and Michael.
I thought Justine had the baby ready.
She did have the baby already, but this was filmed back. This was
Oh,
filmed
this was before she had it.
before she had the baby. So now we're going to
Oh,
see the whole baby journey. She's going to give birth and
uh,
everything this season.
oh God.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, I want to address Michael and his daughter
Oh, I
because
feel so bad
I
for
want to
that
just hug
girl.
her. I just want to hug
I
her.
felt so bad for her. I was just like in tears. I mean, that was terrible. That poor thing. She just wants to
Yes.
spend time with her father.
Yes. And now
Okay,
she
and
finds out that they're moving to
they're moving
Vegas.
to Vegas. Like, come
And
on.
and she didn't even find out from him.
Well, of course,
Right. So
because
then
her side is just taken over. You know what I mean?
mhm. So now she confronts him about not telling her.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's upset and I just want to hug her
Oh,
because
poor.
she's like, I wish you could have just kept me in the loop. Like,
Yeah.
why does everything have to be such a big secret?
Right. Exactly.
I bet
But
you she feels
he
like an
put her through a
outsider in
rash
her
of
own
shit.
family.
Yeah.
Yes.
He put her through a rash of bullshit.
Yes.
Poor kid. I mean, look at everything. What is she, 15, 16 years old?
Yeah, she's
And,
16.
I mean,
She's
she lived
old
how many
enough.
years without her father?
Right.
Never having the father daughter relationship that they should actually have. And now they have these umpteen kids,
Yes.
which of course no one is paying any fucking attention to. Because now
Yes.
it's just focused around Justine and him. Yo, assholes, you've got 12 fucking kids. Pay attention to them.
Technically 8, but yes.
Okay, whatever. 8, 12 is the same friggin' number, for God's sakes.
A whole freaking team. Now, all
Exactly.
I have to say is my mother-in-law gave me a paternity test. She would be disinvited from the gender reveal, the baby shower, and every other fucking
Oh
party.
my God.
Okay, please. Oh
When
my
she came on and she goes, well, October 7th is when he got out, and July 7th, go do your own math. I went, yo, bitch. Doesn't always work that way. Just here to say,
But my whole thing is she was introduced
but the
to Mike
mother-in-law was
by the
definitely
mother-in-law.
wrong.
Right. But the mother-in-law was the one that introduced them. So if the mother-in-law thought that she was some kind of hoe, why introduce your son, right?
Hello.
If she had a
Oh
question
my
about
God.
Justine's character, she was the one that introduced them to begin with.
Oh my God.
I mean, like, come
It's
on.
ridiculous.
Make it make sense, Donna. Make it make
Come on, I
sense.
can't. I mean, 'cause I can't even imagine going up to any of the baby mamas and go, well, I don't believe that my son got you pregnant.
And I just want to state for the record that Michael had two baby mamas pregnant at the same time. Hello, his two youngest, 6 and
Really?
6, are from two different baby mamas. Yes. Okay, so if anything, Maria needs to look at her own son. I just want to stay for the record.
Oh, dear Lord.
Okay.
Wow.
And
Mm.
I don't know how Justine's mom sat there without launching
Well,
herself across the
here's a
table.
stupid question. Who's raising those two? They still live in the same house, the two of them?
Yeah, who
Excuse
bless
me.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The little ones and Melody are still with his mom and his sister in Rhode Island. Well, I'm not sure if Melody, the oldest one, is with them in Vegas now, but I know the two little ones are still with his mom in Rhode Island.
Why is his mom raising them? What happened to the mother?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus God. Terrible. Terrible.
I don't know. But
Eh,
they
they
were
love him.
all dressed matchy-matchy for this party. And it was team boy and team girl, because you know it wouldn't be Justine and Michael without matchy, okay?
Of
The matching
course.
pajamas, it
Yeah,
has
no.
it. But now they got the kids into it, Donna. Now it's not just them, they got the kids into it.
Oh,
The whole
Jesus.
family with the matching pajamas, and now the
Oh,
whole
the matching
family
pajama thing, I've
dressing
never figured
dressing
that out.
alike
But,
for the gender reveal. I mean, the boys will dress one way, the girls will dress another way.
uh,
It's like, oh, come on. What are they trying to form their own cult or something? Like, please stop it. It was
like,
cute
hello,
for like the first two
5 seconds?
seasons. you know,
Five
like the
seconds?
first two seasons, it was cute. Now it's like, okay, please stop it. You're dragging the kids into it. Stop it.
But yeah, I mean, that's really sad that they're dragging the kids into this. This is just leave the kids alone.
So, Donna, what do we think about the whole gender reveal with the wrestling match, the sumo wrestling to reveal the gender? I've seen some weird gender reveals in my lifetime.
I've seen that one done before.
You have? I haven't.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
There are some kooky people out there, let me tell you. I mean, I've seen some kooky things. One was the friggin' I don't even know. It's just smoke comes out, and
Mhm.
in one of them it was green, and they're all jumpy, happy, and I'm like, what the fuck is green mean?
I think it's green for boy and yellow for girl or something. Is that the new thing now? Yeah, I
Why
think
are they
so.
having a gender reveal if they're gonna claim themselves as transgender?
I don't know.
I don't
I have no
understand.
idea.
I
Uh,
mean, obviously I'm old school and I don't get it.
right. Melody is jealous that it's going to be a girl. And I don't blame her because she hasn't even had 5 minutes with her father. And now her father's having a new baby girl.
Yeah, her. Oh, that poor girl. I feel so bad. That's so sad.
I know it is so sad.
Another girl is. She goes, yeah, and another girl that he doesn't pay attention to. Oh,
But Justine and her mother in law made up.
ooh!
Yes.
I would have smacked the shit out of her if she was my mother-in-law. What are you out of your mind?
Oh, please. That was so scripted to me. We know that was, please, because if that was
People
real,
say these things. Maybe different producers, field
right,
producers, have their own script thing. I know for a fact because I was there.
right,
None of ours were scripted. Real tears. Those are
right.
my words. Trust
Oh,
me. If
I
you know
know they
me,
are.
trust me. Those are my
Right.
words.
But what I'm saying is that they used her situation. She has a real situation in her family. Her brother had a child that he raised for like 18 years and then found out on the child's 18th birthday that the child was not biologically his.
Oh
And it
my
was like a
god.
trauma in the family. Like everybody was like heartbroken at the deceit and like there was like a whole drama over it. So what I'm saying is that the producers took a real situation,
Mm,
Maria's trauma, right?
and they're
About the
building on
situation
it
with her brother and
and build on it.
and build on it.
No, that's wrong.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying that they're doing in this situation.
Yeah.
Because I doubt that if she really felt that in her heart, that
Mm,
that baby was not Mike's,
yeah.
please. Come
Yeah.
on.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
It was just something that
No.
they built on based off of a real situation in her life.
Right. Right. Mm-mm. That's terrible.
Yeah,
No, I can't agree with that.
yeah. So,
Mm-mm.
okay, we could move on to the next pregnant couple, Cam and Eris. And he made up for
Oh,
being an
that's the one with the
asshole.
motorhome thingy.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. He
I
made
can't
up for
remember
being
the
an
name.
asshole last week at the video shoot, throwing
Oh, yeah, with
money.
the girl with the
But
thing. Right.
right,
Okay.
okay. And his wife was really mad at him last week. He made up for it this week with the maternity shoot because she was looking for a photographer to do a maternity shoot, and
Right.
he set the whole thing up for her. And he totally redeemed himself. Okay, I got to give it to him. That was a good surprise.
It was a nice surprise, but
Right. But,
if you were wrong in the first place, you shouldn't have to make up.
right.
I mean,
True. True.
what kind of bullshit is that?
But he also wanted to prove to her that he could save and use his money towards something that she wanted, because she was
Right.
upset about him spending so much money on the music video. And he's
Mm.
trying to prove, listen, I got this. I could spend $8,000 on the music video. I could give you this maternity shoot. And don't worry about the home situation. I know you're stressed out, but I got this.
Yeah, but they still don't have a place to live.
I know. I know, because
Yeah.
she's looking at
Let me think,
houses.
which is
Because
more
she,
important?
right, because she's
Goddamn
looking at
video
houses.
and maternity photos while you're homeless.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
blame
real
her for
smart.
worrying. She has a baby coming in like 6 weeks. She needs a house. Okay, so Cam could say, don't worry, but he needs to,
Or
like,
an apartment.
next week, he needs to have somewhere for them to live now.
Yeah.
Okay, that next to be the next rabbit he pulls out of his hat. Because he says,
Ah,
I got it, I got it, I got it. Okay, so next week I want to see him.
yeah, okay. Good luck on
Okay.
that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we'll
let
see.
me know how that works out for you because I don't think it's going to work that way. Because there's going to be some kind of snafu that he owes somebody such amount of money. Hmm,
That's actually
he
Chance's
does.
department. No.
Yeah. Ooh, that one I don't like at all. I don't like. He's way too sneaky. Yeah, no. You know my feeling on. Mm-mm.
Taylor is way too good for Chance. Chance is a douchebag.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Donna. Let's do our bashing of Chance here
he he is
because they
the
weren't on
biggest
this episode.
low life,
Hmm.
biggest low life that I have seen in like forever and a day. I
How do
mean,
you think?
but
Okay,
you
so
look at
far
some of
this
those pictures
season,
of that fucking shit that he did in that house.
yeah,
You can't. You're gonna claim yourself as a carpenter? Hello? I must be an electrician because I could turn the light on and off. No, carpenter. I'm a carpenter more than he is. At
and
least
you
I know
heard
how
it
to
from
use them.
Donna herself, super bitch Donna. There we
I
go.
can
You
do
tell
it.
him. You
I
tell
can
him.
do it.
Oh my God. What do you think of his behavior this season? How he's acting towards Taylor when he is obviously in the wrong, hiding things from her
Obviously,
again.
he's just so. I told you, sneaky and a liar
Yes.
and a whore and a drug addict. I mean,
Oh my
he's
goodness.
definitely using something. I'm telling you,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
definitely
Hells
is
yeah.
using. I wish this
Okay.
nose would stop running.
What happened?
I wish this nose would stop
Yeah, me
running.
too. I know. It
Mm,
sucks during the
sucks.
winter. Fucking germs everywhere.
Oh,
Okay. Red and Joy. They are falling
oh,
apart at the
oh
seams. It's the beginning of the end.
oh my
I feel it.
God.
I feel it in my bones, Donna. This is the beginning of the
That's
end.
it. They're done.
Yep, this is the beginning of the end.
She needs
So
to go away, and so does he.
first he meets her brother. Okay. Now her brother was like looking at him while they were talking, and you could tell that her brother was like, this guy's full of shit. This
Yeah.
guy's full of shit. My
He's
sister
not
is
going to marry
dumb.
you with that $30 ring.
Yeah, my sister is dumb.
Mm,
Oh my God, I can't believe my nephew's gonna have his heart broken because my
mm.
sister is dumb. Like you could tell that
Oh,
all
yeah,
these thoughts
absolutely.
was going through her brother's head.
But for her to even believe that this man loves her, I mean, you look at his face and you can see he's not in love with her to be married to her. The only thing he wants is the almighty dollar bill.
See, I think he's grateful for everything that she did and what she's
But
continuing to do.
you used the right word, did.
Mm-hmm.
So now she wants him to take care of her.
Right.
And it's not going to happen because
It is not gonna happen.
he's not going to get a job. He's not going to have money. And if he does get a job, he's only going to take the money and use drugs or hook up with somebody else
Exactly. Use it on other women.
who's not the town crier.
So
I'm sorry,
they
I
go,
probably shouldn't have said that, huh?
no, no.
My bad.
They go out on a sushi date, okay?
I don't like sushi, but
And he tells her that he wants to go home and to go for a little family visit. He wants to see
mm-hmm.
his family. He's missing his family. And like his sister told him, a couple of his besties have been, hitting her up looking for him. So he needs to go home and check out his besties too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he
The
she
best
she
thing that he's screwed.
yeah, the bestie that he screwed and a couple of other ones. So
That's having his kid.
yeah. So she flips out on him. She's like, "Well, am I coming with you? When are you going? Like, did you even consider
Oh
me?"
my God, she's such the whiner.
And it's like,
Ugh.
girl, he wasn't going to consider you. You know that he's going back home
You
to,
know, he's first of all, if he's going to be gone a couple of months, you can't expect the man just to drop his entire family at the drop of a hat because you have this illegitimate child in New Mexico who's not even my child.
yes.
Well, I want to go visit my family. I know from experience when I first moved down here 20 years ago. I mean, I moved down in February and I went back home in May. I wanted to see my
Yeah,
family,
you want to see your family.
and so in
And
two
he
weeks
was
I came
away for
back.
10 years from his family.
Hmm.
Like you said, not readily available.
Yeah, you just, especially when you're away for 10 years, like him and like Louie, they were away for 10 years.
Right.
But it's not like you can call, just because it's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or, 9 o'clock in the morning. You can't just call them. You got to wait for them to call you.
Right.
So, no, he had every right to say, and I'll defend him on that part. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. The only part I'll defend. But they need to go away,
Ugh.
please.
These two are a train wreck just waiting to
Oh my
happen.
God.
And I don't
That's
they were
terrible.
they were fighting, and then before you know it, they're like kissing and hugging.
Ugh.
It's like, what the fuck is happening? She's crying. You don't treat me right. You fed me a fantasy. All you do is lie. I don't want to take you to meet my cousins if it's only going to be for one time. You
And she's
know,
sitting there making sandwiches, and I'm like,
yeah, she's standing
what
there
are you
making sandwiches.
doing?
She starts crying.
Again.
And then before you know it, they're like making out. It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
That's probably the only way he could shut her up.
You know something? You're right. Yeah.
Sorry, my
Yeah,
bad.
no, you're right. You're right. Oh,
let me just stop that whiny, cryy sound.
Yes, yeah, just go over there and hug her and
Stick your
start
tongue
kissing her.
down her throat, you'll be good.
Okay, so I have a question.
No.
So, how many female friends you think he should be allowed to have? Because he has a lot of female besties that were sending him money. Now we have a new one named Casey. First Julie, now Casey. Like everybody's
No.
his bestie. Everyone's his bestie,
Yeah, as long as they're gonna send him money, why not be a bestie?
right?
I mean, God bless him. He's lucky he's got people to send him money. But if that were me, zero.
Right? Like
Zero.
what the hell?
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
that's too
Nope.
funny.
That
So
doesn't work for me.
he has a
You
flight
know me.
home apparently. He's gonna make sure he checks out Casey. He's gonna hit up Casey.
Of course
I'm
he
sure
is.
he's gonna hit up Julie
Of
and
course.
you know,
Becca and Mary Sue and he'll get
hmm
them all.
yeah, he'll
If
hit
he
them
comes
all
home,
up.
if he comes home with like $1 million or something, yeah, sure, come on.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Why not? We can have a party with this.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no.
Ugh, too much. What the hell are we gonna do?
I'm telling you.
So, okay, we're gonna move on. Now I have another question for you. What do you think about a woman taking control and proposing to a man?
No.
No? So you think Lindsay doing this, buying a chain and proposing to Blaine, taking matters into her own hands, do you think
No.
this is a good
You
idea?
got I don't think they're on that line yet. She wants something, but he's not ready to give it up.
Right,
So now she's going to push it beyond those limits, which is wrong. She already
right.
knows she's wrong. I mean, I'd be standing there looking at her like she lost her motherfucking mind.
That's
I mean, like, what the hell's wrong with you? If I wanted to marry you, I would ask you. We would both have to be on the same page. Not you're on
Lindsay
page.
has that type A personality that she has to take control of
If you're
everything.
on page 100 and I'm still on page one, we got a
Exactly.
problem.
We got a problem. And I
Yeah,
think
no,
and I think that's what's happening here. Maybe
yeah,
Blade is on page 50 and she's
yeah,
on page 100, you
oh
know?
yeah, definitely. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Blade,
He's
but
not ready.
they're merging their families though. Like, Miley has moved in, Kagan
Yeah,
is there. They're
but
living
she's
like a
pushing. She's
right.
pushing. Don't push. That
Well,
creates problems.
she's gonna push it, and she bought this chain.
And he's
Okay.
going to go ballistic. Unless he's a weak person, which I don't see him being weak. But if he is weak minded, he just might go along with it. But I don't see it lasting at all. To be honest, I really don't. Mm-mm.
Do you feel like even if he does accept it, do you feel like that he's gonna maybe resent her for not giving him the chance to propose?
Some men would be that way, but some men wouldn't. He might be the type of nerd that would just go along with it.
Well, she's
And then,
worried
of
about
course,
him.
15 years down the road, when he does gain strength of his balls, then he may turn around and say, yo, bitch, out. I'm done. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. But if she doesn't come up with $20,000 for her lawyer, she's
Oh,
not
God,
getting
yeah.
married. So I don't know why we're
Yeah.
talking about marriage right
But
now.
I know. The best is when he goes, where the hell is she getting $20,000? That's a good question.
Well, she
I
got
couldn't get over his
500 of it.
crimes.
She got 500, 19,500 to go, Donna.
Shit. She's a pretty girl, and it's sad.
She is
Uh,
beautiful. She has beautiful hair, doesn't
Oh
she?
yeah, she does. She's got a pretty face, but through all those crimes that she's been through, I couldn't take my eyes off the TV. I'm like,
And
you
some of
did
those
what?
crimes were committed on national TV on Love After Lockup.
I know. I'm like, holy shit!
Those were the good old days, Donna. This show used
Damn!
to have crimes committed on it on national TV. And
Wow,
Lindsay was one of them. And she went to jail for 18 months for that famous scene
wasn't long enough, obviously.
where she carved "fuck you" into Scott's desk. Oh, that was classic.
Wow,
Those were the good old days.
unbelievable.
So let's see what happens when she proposes.
That'll be interesting. Hopefully, it'll be on next week.
Yeah, it should be on next week. Okay, we're gonna do Sean and Sarah, and then we'll get to you
Who?
and Sean and Sarah, the one that
Refresh.
have the tow truck company. She got boobs, a tummy tuck.
Uh-uh. I don't remember her at all.
Well, this was the first time that they were on. They put them on week 4. They
Oh
started
God.
off in the Mexican restaurant. She's off parole.
Okay, okay, I saw that
Okay.
part.
Okay. She's off parole. And they get into it and they get into it because he's spending too much money on his business. And
Mm,
she said, now that I'm off parole, he's like, oh, that means that we could travel wherever we want. And she's like, good, maybe we could go to Mexico so I could get a BBL. She got the boob, she got the tummy tuck, BBL maybe. Why not? And in Mexico, it's cheaper.
And it's not safe.
Look at Donna's face. She's like, it's not safe.
It's not safe. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so then they get into an argument, okay? Because he's spending too much money on truck parts. And he says, that she's spending too much money on plastic surgery. Now, she has a past of addiction, okay? And he's like, well, I'm starting to think that you want to
This
get
is
these
her addiction.
surgeries. You want to get these surgeries to get the pills. And she's like, are you kidding me? That's so offensive right now. Do you remember any of this or did you miss their scenes totally?
I must have went to the bathroom.
You cracked me up. You don't remember any of this.
I must have went to the bathroom.
And he was like, well, you're getting all these surgeries. You're exposed to all of these pain pills. So they get into a little tiff over that. Okay. Now, from last season, he's still pissed off at her mom. Okay. Because her mom lied to him when it came to a situation about her baby daddy. Okay. But they
Hmm.
all worked it out at the end of the season. But he still has feelings about her mom lying to him. Okay.
Oh, uh-huh.
Okay, so her mom was babysitting so they could go on their little date night to the
Okay,
Mexican restaurant. So
right.
he didn't want to come in the house because her mom was in there. And
Oh,
and she's like, you're being kind of an asshole right now. You need to let it go.
no.
Like he let it go against everyone else except her mom. Her mom is good enough for childcare. Her mom has been helping out since she's been recovering from her tummy tuck with the kids, cleaning, doing laundry, helping Sarah out. But Sean is still being kind of an asshole towards her. What do
Hmm.
you think? And this was over a situation that Sarah put her mother up to. Sarah put her mother up to it. So
Why?
because she didn't want, okay, I have to go back to last season. When her baby daddy contacted her She
Yeah.
didn't, or she wanted to go meet with him first to make sure he was clean, he was on a good page before she told Sean that she was going to introduce her daughter to her biological father. So she went to go meet her baby daddy, technically behind her husband's back, but she didn't want to tell him until
Oh,
she sat down with him. And yeah, and she acknowledges that that was a big mistake, that she should have never lied to him. But at the time, she thought it was a good idea.
it's never a good idea.
Of course, it's never a good idea. And she put up her and she put her mom up to lie. So her mom lied to Sean. And then Sean eventually found
Ah,
out
that
him and
she lied for Sarah.
right, exactly.
I'd be
And
pissed
then,
off at Sarah.
but he was pissed off at Sarah. They worked it out, but he's still pissed off at her mom.
You shouldn't be that pissed off at her.
Thank you.
You
Thank
still
you.
use the
Let it
hurt,
go. Let it go.
but I mean, the hurt is always going to be there, but otherwise, that's over and done with. Today's a new day.
Exactly. And she's being helpful and she's
Yeah.
always there. You know what I
Well, that's
mean?
her guilt too. So,
I mean, well, she's there for Sarah too,
yeah.
to help out
Well,
with the kids and whatever, but it's just
yeah, I think her daughter, I think Sarah's just hooked on the surgeries themselves.
you think it's the surgeries and not the pills like Sean is trying to imply.
No, this is surgery.
So while he's sitting in the car pouting because he doesn't want to go inside because Sarah's mom's in there,
Uh-huh.
he gets a phone call from his baby mama.
Oh, Christ.
He has six
Can we go
kids.
back to the old school where this A married A and the two A's had the B and
Well,
the C's went together and they made a D. Can't you
well,
go back to
he
the old
had
school?
six kids with one woman,
Jesus
but he just never
Christ.
married her.
Well, that was his
Okay.
own stupidity.
No, they just never got married. So he had
Oh
six
my
kids with
God.
this one woman, Kelly. Okay. And Kelly is always calling him for money. Okay. So now
Gee, there's a real big
my
surprise.
question is when most of your kids are adults, because these kids, four of them are
Yeah.
over the age of 18.
Oh no, they're done. They're done.
Okay.
By law, they're done.
Okay. So when do you
Hmm.
stop being a single mom of six?
You're the first day they turn 18, done. It's it.
I'm just wondering because I
I'm
know
telling you.
like four, I
Like,
think four, three out of the four or four out of the six. I believe it's four out of the six are over 18. One of them, the oldest one, is in the army.
so he doesn't need support.
Okay, so she calls and she asks Sean for money. And Sean, I don't really have it right now because I'm starting this tow truck business and all of my money is in this business right now. Because when you
Right.
start a business in the beginning, all your
Right.
money goes into the business.
Of
Okay.
course.
And she's like, well, I need you to send me a couple of thousands of dollars because
You out of your mind?
because
You're
the
lucky if you
kids
get a fucking dollar out of me. Never mind a
because the
thousand.
kids need uniforms and they're going to camp and like she was saying all these things and I'm thinking in my head, but
What?
I thank you.
Yeah. I would
Okay.
have, if I was him, I would have told her, you can take all those ideas and shove them up your ass because four out of the six are above the age of 18, which they should be working on their own by now if they're not going to college. I'll support the other two. That's it. Oh, and by the way, once they turn 18, child support's over.
He doesn't have
Then,
he
then they can call me if
right.
they need something. I don't need to
Exactly.
hear
That's
from
the way I
you.
see it. The four that are over 18, they
They
should be
should be
calling
calling
their
their father.
dad
That's right.
directly. Exactly. They
Yeah.
should be calling him directly if they need anything. Hey, dad, I
Yeah.
need this. Could you help me out? They should call
Hey,
him
Dad, can
directly.
you throw me $50?
Right,
I'm a little short
exactly.
this week
Exactly.
and whatever.
Whatever,
That's
right.
fine.
That's fine.
But you don't have the mother call the father of a 20-year-old and say, oh, well, he needs uniform. Uniforms come out of his paycheck there, sunshine. Be done. Government issued.
Here you go.
Get with the program. Oh, Lord.
So
This is why I'm the mayor. No, I'm kidding.
this is why you're super bitch. This is why
This
you're
is
super bitch, and
exactly
this is why
right.
I love you. Okay, so now we're gonna get into you, Louie and Melissa.
Oh,
And thank you so much, Nicolette, for the super chat. This is the season, this is the episode where you and Melissa are actually on the same page. And
yep.
Louis didn't know what the fuck to do with himself. He was like, wait, what the hell is going on?
Lost, yes.
And so you
Yeah.
you you actually agree with Melissa that you should drive with him to
Well,
Jersey.
I offered to drive with him in the beginning, and between the two of them, it was a big deal, you know, and I'm like, well, I hear you need me to go, I'll go.
Right.
If not, I'm flying because I'll meet you up there. That's simple. I'll
So
meet
you
you
were
there.
meeting him up there either way.
I was going either way.
Either
Yes,
way you were going.
I
Okay,
was
so there we
going.
go. Either way you were going.
Yep.
You either taking the drive or you were flying, but you were going to be in
I'll meet.
Jersey.
I'll meet you there. Trust
I'm
me.
meeting you there. Fuck that. There you
I
go.
gotta check things out, make sure it's all
Yes, you have
copacetic.
to inspect it. Yes.
It
Super
needs to
bitch
be
inspection.
copacetic. Hmm.
Yes. So it was the last day at the pizzeria. Dirk was
Oh my
emotional.
god.
Louis emotional. Tell me how much Dirk means to you guys.
Oh my god. He's like an adopted son to me. Dirk's been a very huge support for me while Louis was away.
Yeah.
Um, I would meet him for lunch now and then. I'd go up to the pizzeria, meet him, and we'd sit and we'd talk for hours.
Right.
But he's just part of the family now, which reminds me I need to go see him
Okay, there you go.
because I haven't had really a lot of time to do it, but soon I'll be getting up there, get me my pizza.
Get you your pizza from Dirk. The
Yeah.
mom son confessional. I loved it. I love you guys sitting side by side. That's reserved for
Okay.
couples only, but I loved it. Okay. And
Yeah.
and Louis like, it's like, Mom, you don't want me to grow up and leave. And you're like, no, trust me. I
I want
want
you
you.
out.
I want you out. I want you out. Okay. It's not that I don't want you to leave, but I just want to make sure things are okay.
That's what nobody seems to understand. I just want to, you know, I mean, reality is he was gone for 10 years.
Right.
Okay. Like I was saying earlier, it's not like, if I was in trouble, I could call him, or my car broke down, I could call him and he could come and pick me up. I didn't have that for 10 years. So now all of a sudden he gets home, and Dirk brings him back to the pizzeria. Well, Louis doesn't have a car. Well, what does he do? He borrows my car 5 days a week. Mom's sitting at home. I have nothing, but he could go to work,
Right, exactly.
so it's just, and I only get 7 months, and then the probation officer really liked Louis down here in Georgia, and he's the one that approved Louis to go to Jersey. And Louis got to talk to his probation officer up in Jersey, and they get along just as good.
Right.
So it's a process.
Right.
And I'm still adjusting. I don't care who you are. It's still, I
Of
wait for him to come
course.
home.
Of course. It's always going to be an
But,
adjustment.
yeah,
It's always going to be an
it's
adjustment.
tough. But yeah, at least he still calls me.
Yes, of course. Of course. He's going to always call Mom, please.
Oh, yeah. Trust me,
You
I know.
guys, so when you guys were going through the stuff, like all the mementos. Oh
Oh
my
yeah, I still
goodness.
have them. He didn't take them.
Of course. Of course. But the one thing that you didn't want him to take, we see him put in a box, was the picture.
I didn't see him put it in the box.
But we see him put it in the box.
I didn't see it go in the box. And when I did realize it, I was I was actually hurt.
Now, do you want to tell them what the picture was?
I
The,
can,
okay.
because most people don't know. It's very sentimental to me.
Right.
It was a picture when Louis, I want to say it was maybe the year 2000, 2001,
Mm-hmm.
and he was attending Tallahassee Community College and he was working at a pizzeria where he learned to throw pizzas. And they had a big storefront window.
Okay.
And Louis was standing there and he was throwing a pie. And there's this little 5-year-old outside the window. And I'm using my hands like I'm talking to you. You could see
Right.
my hands moving.
Right.
Well, I'm looking at the closet door right now. So right at the top of at the window, there's a ledge, and then
Right.
this glass window.
Right.
There's a little 5-year-old standing outside on the window like this,
Okay.
and straight up like this. And you got to look really, really hard at the picture. The pizza was even with the molding from the window.
Wow.
And most people are like, what's with the, I said, can you see a pizza in there? And because of the position that he's in, when he throws it like this, if you look really close, they go, oh shit, is that it? And I'm like, yeah, that's the pizza. I mean, it's just so this innocent little child is just standing there and idolizing what he
Oh
saw.
my God.
And that was, when Louis first started throwing pizza.
Right.
And he's really good at it.
Yeah, he is really good at it. He is really good.
Yeah. I mean, I read some of the people's comments about, Louis stretching the pizza with his arms.
Right.
I'm like, you people are weird.
That's how it's done, though.
I
But
know that's
that's
how it's done. But these
that's how the
people
pizza guys in New York do it. I walk into my neighborhood pizzeria and the guys are behind the counter stretching the
throwing it and it's throwing and
Yes.
throwing like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And I'm like,
To me,
if
that's a normal thing. Are you kidding?
I hate to say this. I mean, I worked in the food industry for a very long time. And if people knew what people do
Yeah.
behind the scenes, they would never leave their house.
Yeah, it's true though. No, you're right. It's true. That's why I don't think about it. Yeah, no, you're right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So they dropped a piece of meat on the floor. Are you ever going to know that out there? No.
No.
You have it in your head that they take things into consideration.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. You are absolutely right.
You don't know.
You don't
But
know.
yeah. But that is my picture.
So it's in a box.
It's in a box.
And Melissa calls you. Melissa calls
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yes,
I'm like, it's funny because I was looking at my phone going,
I was going to ask you, what was your reaction when you realized she was calling you?
I'm like, why the fuck is Melissa calling me? They didn't show that part.
And you're like, long time no hear.
The whole crew was just like, I mean, they turned off the cameras and everything. I'm like, what? I didn't say nothing wrong.
I didn't do anything.
It's reality. I did what I would normally do.
Exactly.
No matter if there was one person in the room or 20. Why the fuck is she calling me? I don't know.
You're Donna. That's it. And you're going to be Donna no matter if there's a camera in your face or not.
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Fuck it.
I don't
So,
care. That's the sad part.
road
Yeah.
trip for you and Louie. It's going to be a road trip for you and Louie.
Oh. Yeah. 16-hour road trip, trust
Now, do
me.
you think Melissa is worried that something's gonna happen, or worried that Louis gonna get distracted by a chick standing on the side of the highway?
Oh shit, you know what? I never even thought of it that way. I didn't even think of that.
Wanted to make sure you were
Um,
there, so in case there was a pretty chick
well,
at the
just
rest
in
stop.
case there was an accident or something,
Right.
is what she said. So I don't know.
I think it was a
Well,
little bit of both. I think she wanted to make sure
probably.
that you keep them in line. There's no
Yeah,
flirting going on
right.
anywhere,
I
during
was
the
her
16-hour road
protection.
trip.
Yeah, exactly. I was her protection on the road trip. Trust me.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. And we're gonna see how the rest of the road trip turns out when you guys get to Jersey.
yeah.
So I want to ask you, what did you think about the scene when Melissa introduced Louis to her family?
Ah.
What did you think of all
Hi.
that? I want to hear it.
Oh, I didn't know any of that. Okay, when he went up, I didn't know any of that scene whatsoever, and I was taken back by it. I mean, it's not. I just really
Yeah,
a
they
bad.
came at him way too
I
hard.
mean, yeah, they
Like
really
I
did.
I understand they're protecting Melissa. They don't know him from a hole in the wall, but they came at him way too hard.
Well,
Way
there
too
was
hard.
no reason to do
Exactly.
that.
Right.
I mean, really, I've been as nice as I possibly could, I think, to her, not
Yes.
knowing her. I mean, especially, Louis gave her a heads up before she even met me. He told her, "My mom's hard. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't like everybody,
Yeah.
and I don't like females. I can use one hand. That's
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
They're sneaky. They're, I think they got venom in them somehow. They're just not nice. And 9 times out of 10, and you probably know this yourself, men are so fucking clueless when it comes to shit like that.
Oh yeah,
You can
they
never
are.
smack them upside the head.
Yeah, they are.
Look at your son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to go stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Trust me.
so I just want to make sure that, she can instill my rules upon him.
Exactly. That she's suitable, that she could, keep
Right. I
him
want her to love him and
right.
and take care of him.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I'm a nurturer. That's just me. Not everybody's like me.
Right.
I mean, I'm a nasty nurturer. Depends.
Right, exactly. It
I
depends.
try very hard to be nice to women. I really do. There's a lot of times I do go out of my way to
Yes.
be nice, but you know, it is what it is.
So you called in the middle of that scene and they were just being nasty, right?
Yeah, when I first called,
Uh-huh.
it's funny, they didn't show this part, but when I first called, I thought her sister, Sherry,
Right?
was Melissa.
Oh my God, that's funny.
No, I was like, "Hey, Melissa."
Oh my
And
God.
Sherry's just sitting there going, like, "Who the fuck is this bitch?"
Oh my God, that's hysterical. That's
I
hysterical.
was like, "Okay, I guess you're not." Lou's going, "Mom, that's not Melissa." I went, "Oh, it's not." Oh, sorry.
You're like, whoops.
Sorry. But yeah, it gets a
Yeah.
little confusing. A
A little confusing.
little
But
confusing.
I think Louis handled them
Mm-hmm.
with
He
grace.
did.
He
Yes,
handled them, you know,
so much better.
yes, oh my God.
Yeah. I like the fact that he does things head on.
Right. Yes.
He's not taking a step back and waiting. He's
Right.
just moving forward, which I'm proud of him for.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing very well.
Yes, me too.
So,
He looks fucking fantastic.
that's, I had a friend of mine. She's maybe like 3 or 4 years older than Louie. Conveniently enough, her name is Donna also. She goes, Mama, this was last night.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. I did not realize Louis was that fucking good looking. I'm like, yeah, looks pretty good, don't he?
Yeah, right?
What do
You're
you
like, he
say?
is pretty good looking, huh?
He looks good.
Yeah, he does. He really does look good.
He's taking care of himself, and I'm proud of him.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and here
So
I go.
thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you
And Merry
too.
Christmas to all you guys. Thank you
Oh,
so
Merry Christmas,
much
everyone. Thanks
for
for
watching me
listening to
all year
my
round.
thanks for listening to my line of bullshits here.
Oh, please, Donna, we love you. Everybody loves you on my channel.
Yeah,
They love it when you come on. Everybody loves Mrs. Donna, please.
no, I wish
Oh,
you all a very Merry Christmas and a
yes,
very, very
guys.
Happy New Year.
Yes, and don't get your tinsel in a tangle, even though you can't see my shirt. And don't get your tinsel in a tangle.
No, I'm going away for New Year, so
Yes, you enjoy yourself. You're going
I'm
away.
going to.
Yes, you enjoy yourself.
I will. And I
Okay.
will talk with you soon.
Yes, thank you.
Love you,
Love
baby girl.
you. Talk to you soon. Thank you,
Okay.
everybody. Merry
Bye, guys.
Christmas. Bye.
Merry Christmas.